Oh my god, I'm so excited because they just released the whole kit of Holden. So today we're going to discuss what he has to offer. Let's remember, he comes tomorrow and we're going to have Holden and Hoyan, both of them running in parallel. Let's discuss what he has to offer because I'm really excited about this game.
雑談はせん。時間の無駄だ。
Love his wings.
早く言え。
His fire, his reason.
執行官を
110 speed. That's really slow, isn't it?
呼ぶとは見上げた度胸だ。いいだろう。貴様の話を聞いてやる。
Defense kit.
Skill 1. Holden deals 3 instances of damage to an enemy based on his defense. After each attack, Holden has a chance to inflict minus defense on the enemy. Passive.
Wait. Before we go into the passive, let's continue watching this. So, 110% of his defense to a single enemy. Each hit has 20% chance to inflict 1 turn defense down. Execution mode. At the start of the battle, for every 500 defense Holden possesses, increases self 10% counterattack rate and 5% final damage. Right. His attack doesn't matter. He scales on defense. This is really important. And at the same time, I think this kind of units, while they are very interesting, they are a bit more tailored to whales and krakens, that they have more opportunities to max refresh, find the best kit, and then get the most out of this unit. Although, even as a free-to-play player, having a set of defense might be extremely useful for people like Freya, for people like Tiamat. I think this role is similar. Well, maybe you can play him with Freya and Tiamat together, so then you have like a massive defense team. The thing though is that applying defense down, he could act like as a mini buffer, mini Dina? Interesting. So far, let's see more because I'm not really convinced yet.
Execution mode. At the start of battle, Holden gains bonus counter rate and damage boost based on...
He's doing 4,900. It's not bad. I guess the key thing about him is that he will stay alive for longer because he has more defense. Strike through. Devastating strike. Holden deals damage equal to 480% of his defense to a single enemy with a 100% chance to push back the target's turn meter by 100% and maximize their skill cooldowns. Dude, this is broken. This is like, while the first ability was not really surprising, this one is so freaking good. Like, there's one enemy that is not going to attack you. So this is going to be extremely powerful for bosses and for PvP, especially when there is like one annoying unit like Lily, Mio, Kraken, Marvel that you want to push back. Boom, they are not going to, if this lands, they are not going to be attacking you. And having such a high chance of to push back the turn meter makes it way easier to land. So with little effect accuracy, you are smashing it. I love this thing. Dude, this can be
massive defense-based damage to a single target, completely
it's not doing that much damage, 6,000.
depleting their turn meter,
But
maximizing their skill.
But it's not about the
cooldowns.
damage. It's not about the damage. Wait. We didn't have time to read it. And they are going to explain it, but I want to see the whole details. Holden delivers conviction, dealing 2 hits of damage equal to 180% of his defense to all enemies. Fascinating. AoE damage is always really good. Each hit has a 50% chance to dispel 1 buff from enemies and inflict 2 turns of attack down and resist down, which reduces the effect resistance. Dude! So, this is like Borg in a way, which can steal buffs, but in this case, dispel. These 2 turns, 2 full turns where the enemies are going to make you way less damage. So it's like Dina on that sense. Their effect resistance is lower. That means that you can then play people like Lily, Mio, Kraken, Kazuyo the Reverie, and then stun, then apply effects and so on and so forth and get the upper hand. So even if, oh my god, this is so powerful. And it's a 50% chance. So it's like quite high already, right? The damage is not very high because it's not the key thing that he has to offer. It's a very interesting kit.
Ultimate skill unleashes 2 waves of defense-based damage against all enemies with a chance to dispel 1 buff and inflict minus attack and minus resistance on all enemies. Critical hits double the effect's application rate. Holden's attack damage scales with his defense. When combat starts, he will gain additional counterattack rate and damage increase effects based on his defense. His second skill can delay the enemy's turn meter and increase their skill cooldown, while his ultimate skill provides dispel effects and can also add minus attack and minus resistance. Holden's ultimate not only dispels enemy buffs, but also significantly reduces their offensive capability. Meanwhile, his passive ensures consistent damage and sustained DPS, making him exceptionally effective in high-pressure PvE and PvP scenarios.
Wow, let's discuss for a second.
Skill 2.
Let's discuss for a second a possible team combination, right? So let's say that you have Holden, then you can have Lily or Mio. Well, let's discuss free to play, right? Holden, and then Marvel, and then Kraken, right? Holden, like with that team, we're missing still 1 unit. With that team, you can push the turn meter so much behind. With Kraken, you can freeze. With Marvel, pushing the turn meter, silencing the enemies. Then the last unit could be someone to nuke the team, like a DPS, like Lian. Or maybe to add even more control over the enemies, like in PvP, it could be Lily, Mio. It's a bit like getting into the SSR territory. But like if you start the run, right? Let's say that you have like a really fast Klaus or a really fast Lily. My God, then you are bringing so much cleave, and with a guy that can push 100% of the turn meter back, dude, this is so powerful. I think I like Holden in a way more than Hoyan. Although I think Hoyan is more flashy. Hoyan was the counterattack, and every time that you kill her, she comes back to life, and then she keeps pushing, she keeps attacking. In terms of PvP, the fact that you can push 100% of the turn meter back, I think is extremely powerful. We are yet to see how effective actually is. It's early to do a bit of theory crafting on the fly without properly trying. Also, I have to say, these kind of kits, I believe, are more tailored for whales and krakens, because then you can build like you can do a lot of mass refreshes to get the best modules, to have like the best defense set, etc., defense shells, Pokemons. So normally we have been farming attack and we have been farming a bit of healing. I think it's a bit more rare to farm defense at this stage of the game, but at the same time, I'm really happy that this is coming now, opening so many doors of so many really good combinations for PvP and PvE. Let's say that you have Holden and Hoyan. Let's say that you have both because you're whaling, or because you were saving and you wanna go deep into it. I think the power of the counterattacks is like, in this particular case, Holden is doing cheap damage. It's not doing really much damage, but then having Hoyan supporting Holden, and then having a unit like Marvel or Kraken, or maybe in the best case scenario, right? Let's say Lily and Mio, Holden and Hoyan. Wow, and then you need to bring 5 units, right? So then maybe the 5th could be Kraken, for example. So then they need to choose which one to ban. Which one are you going to ban? You ban Lily, but then you have Marvel, Kraken, or this is going to be powerful. I'm just really excited about the passive. Like this passive, strike through. You need to have the full 4 perfect lattice. I love to say lettuce to be really effective, but I think these 2 units are really going to change the meta. It's extremely powerful. The thing that happens is that, for example, Masia can still work and Freya can still work. Like, all the units are great in the game. It's all about how you combine them, and it's all about slowly farming the better gear to get a bit more speed, a bit more attack, in this case a bit more defense. Don't get discouraged if you don't get the perfect units, because I think it's all about the combinations that we can build. I think this is something that is really powerful, and we need to say that, because Oh my god, the possibilities are endless. Anyhow, what do you think about Holden? Are you gonna pull for him? Are you gonna save? Are you going for Hoyan perhaps? The thing about Hoyan though is that if you didn't have a DPS of the green type, then she can be your Rimocha, which is like perhaps more important at the beginning of the game. So I think Hoyan, my final conclusion is that Hoyan is better for like free-to-play players and entry-level players. Holden could be better after that because it requires a lot more investment, and that investment could come once you have clear previous stages, and Hoyan, his sister, can help achieve that, and then after that we can build Holden. I think that's how I'm saying it, but I don't know, let me know. Let's learn from each other, because this is just my personal opinion. I don't have any sort of like special insights or anything. It's just like me japping about the whole thing. I appreciate you for watching. Until the next time, cheers, bye bye.